Hello, hello, my lovely and wonderful punks. We are. Whoops. Look at me. There we go. We are starting much later than I would usually like to start. But Emmy and I's sleep schedules have been fucked up because she has been sick and I have no discipline. And also, it's dark out because of daylight savings time. Daylight savings time is evil. Fuck daylight savings time. I didn't want to miss a third stream this week. Um, so, and I also feel especially bad because Emmy did make the effort to get up at like 3 to wake me up, and I had a nightmare panic attack and fell back asleep. So anyway, yeah, we're gonna play more Heaven's Vault. We're starting late. That's the way it is. Hold on, one sec. Ah, had to blow my nose. There we go. Emmy is out getting medicine from the Walgreens, and I have had oatmeal, so I won't have to abandon stream too quickly to get food. Emmy can make herself something. My mom sent us a couple of care packages so we would have things to eat. So that's been helpful because, yeah, I'm out of money. Um, yeah. So we're gonna play more Heaven's Vault. And as always, I'll go ahead and say it again. I am fundraising. Emmy is still looking for a job. Any money you guys donate goes to food and bills and such. Where is it? Game. Hello, in Raleigh. You were first. Hello, Neo. Sorry, Neo. I can't ban Italy. That would have too big of an impact. Excuse me. Oh, I like oatmeal. Well, excuse me. I like oatmeal, but I always get like one oat stuck in my throat and it fucks me up. All right. I want to get on the boat. So we had gotten to a really cool place and some some lady was like, I was abandoned here. Can you please take me home? And I was like, sure, but tell me what happened here. And she's like, I'll tell you when you take me home. And we were like, okay, well, go wait on the ship, and then I will look around, and then I will take you home. And then my robot was like, I don't trust her. She'll fly the ship, and teleported us onto the ship. And so we were like, all right, I guess we'll fly there. And then we flew there, and then she was like, I can't fly a ship, and also you guys I have like nothing to tell you. So we're going to go back to the site. The only thing we got out of her is that Remba found a boat, which is presumably the boat he exploded. I am receiving a message from Professor Miari. Through Aliyah. I want you back on Eox, Aliyah. I learned something from that crown you found. Waste no time. I have something I must tell you. Will come straight to you. He has encoded no kind of reply to that. It appears to have been a message sent in haste. Time to move on. I will prepare the ropes, Aliyah. Sammy, thank you for the 38 months. I'll never escape your money. Rant about the lack of banana oatmeal in your box of oatmeal. All right. I mean, this is going to be a short rant, but sure. So, um, to anyone who isn't uh, in my server, I posted a picture of the oatmeal my mom sent us, because Uh, the it's a mix of 4 flavors. Standard oatmeal variety pack: peach, strawberry, blueberry, and banana. So, and it's got 44 packs. So the sensible person would go 44 packs and 4 flavors. Why? That would be 11 of each pack. And then you might go, oh, well, maybe they want to min max costs and maybe they want even numbers of things. I should travel incognito. Here, let me pause here. Maybe you want an even number of packs and you want to save a little money. So we go, okay, well, we'll do 10 peach and banana and 12 strawberry and blueberry. And that'll give us like nice even numbers, and it'll save us 2 cents per box. And maybe peach and banana aren't as popular as strawberry and blueberry. No, no. 5 out of 44, 5 banana, 6 peach, 12 blueberry, and 20. Let me do the math real quick. 11 plus 12 is 23. So 21. That's right. 21 strawberry. Not clean, easy to divide numbers. Clearly some sort of min-maxing money on the box. Worth it, give banana to me? No, there's barely any. We want the banana. I like the banana. It works out for Emmy because she likes strawberry. But, like, it sucks. If I wanted a box of just strawberry, I would buy a box of just strawberry. I bought a variety pack because I didn't, my mom did. But we got a variety pack because we want variety. Anyway, end of rant. Presumably this was done to save money. Is that you now, Six? Of course it isn't. Itchy. Itchy eyeball. Go and find back there. Press NK. Excuse me. Aliyah, your Empress hasn't had you executed yet. That's good. You said something about the crown. Yes, I did. I've taken a decision. I'm excited about it. Time is against us all, and I've decided to take you into certain confidences. Go on. As you know, Renba was looking into the fall. Renba began something, but he lost his way. Aliyah, my dear, you must go further, to the very heart of the loop itself. Be our Mazwai, Aliyah. Lose yourself among the rivers, and let the robot be your guide. There was something I wanted to ask you about the crown. Janiki found a huge ship buried in the dust. Much bigger than anything we could sail. Gigantic ship. That's what he found? It's the kind we will soon build, then. Leah. What did you make of the crown? Disappointing. What were you expecting? I was hoping you'd found something worth the price Renba paid. Some of the Empire's great relics are more than they first appear. The crown had some kind of mechanism. Devices such as that crown. Recordings of important people. The Emperors believed in the loop, of course, but they still feared death. Even Emperors have to die. Thankfully. The loop sustains us all, Aliyah. The death of the Emperors feared was the death of future. They feared the fall. The Emperors knew it was coming, and they guarded what they could against it. stored whatever knowledge they could. You've found devices like this before? Of course we have. You traveled with one. 6 to me. Professor! My voices for these two have slowly drifted into each other. But I don't talk as Miari enough to know which way to drift it back. Oh, there she is. Sliset. Re Angies set. Set Xiang. What language is that? You don't know. It's ancient. Renba discovered that robot cores can be accessed directly, verbally, if you know the right words. This isn't your Empress. This is something deeper. Set Xiang. It wants you to ask it a question. You have a chicken quesadilla though? Yummy? Quesadillas sound good. Maybe we'll pick up some tortillas next time we're out and about. What question? Aaliyah, I'm giving you a chance to talk directly to the ancients you've been chasing all your life. Do you want to take it? It's a lot like Elbereth's patois. Knew it was old, but only guessing here. Kisreth? Kisreth I angst bo Iowa. Only guessing here. Iowa? Iowa ya see more. Almost understand, almost. But I don't. What is it talking about, Aaliyah? I don't really know. I'm only guessing here. I don't even know where she's getting these words. Cat kiss? Cat kiss I hua yo yep his L. I'm only guessing here. Can't follow it. It's answering your questions. You can understand the answers. Renba found a particular word. Malafar. It means fall. Yeah, Malafar. Wet sail Malafar oi Elbereth. Diokis Malafar bo meki sibor humeki quack set siang. That's as far as I've managed to go. Leah, I need you to do better. Only guessing here. Do you know how to find Heaven's Vault? That's what you want to ask about? A children's story? En ang. Bo katali in farali mafar boali. Mistress. Excuse the interruption, mistresses. What is it? You both look most surprised about something. I cannot experience surprise, but something has come into my mind. Something to do with Heaven's Vault. A meeting of rivers, mistresses. This delta, it leads to Heaven's Vault. Can you find it? I will consider the charts, mistress, and let you know. Time to go, Aaliyah? Soon, not yet. Keep hydrated? No worries, will do. Have a moment more. Wang told me about an ancient library. Something he read about in the annals of Masvi. The Library of Future Knowledge. The library is a sacred site for followers of the Lupalia. Have you found it? Huang thinks he has. Is that so? I will have to ask him about that. Professor, why did you take me from Elbereth? You never really explained. I haven't, that's true. Do you need an explanation? Does it trouble you? So there was a reason. I don't often go to Elbereth, but I went looking for you. Go on. I had a sense you would be there. Aaliyah. Aaliyah. I had to bring you here, Aaliyah, because you're my daughter. Professor? I can't be your daughter, Professor. I was born on Elbereth. Ladies in Grey raised you in an orphanage, I know. And yet you're my daughter, Aaliyah. And I only want the best for you. Yes. Is the university flourishing? Jeez. We don't have more lines of dialogue for this? I think so, Aaliyah. Perhaps one day you'll spend more time here and see yourself. Really? We don't have more questions about the fact that we're supposedly her daughter? Okay. Aaliyah. I don't want anything to change between us. If I can't be a mother to you, then I understand that. I don't know why this conversation couldn't have been inside. You brought me to Eox from an orphanage on Elbereth. I remember it. You can't convince me otherwise. Good faith to you, Aaliyah. Be well. Interesting. Alright. Six, you coming? Doot doot doodly doot. Boop 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 boop. Do any of you have plans for the weekend? Realized how you overthrew the robot empire. Control words. That's the secret you won't share. Robots can be controlled by words. You discovered that. But you can be controlled that way too. Just try it, human. Okay. Leah, faith to you. Doop doop doop. Okay, remember the empty tripod I found on the last Emperor's hideout in the Cyclones? I wonder if it once held a telescope like the one Sia said Renba done about. Is Janicki collecting the telescopes? Observatories, telescopes, there must be a connection. Hi, Mischief, thank you for the care package. If these scopes were perhaps in communication with each other earlier, that enabled Renba to locate one from another. Perhaps the connection to the observatory might be similarly traceable. Interesting that these flags have the symbol for hide or hidden on them. Let's get off this rock. This way, Aaliyah. So I know that Timor speaks Ancient a little bit, but other than that, I haven't seen anything about speaking Ancient. And I feel like the game expected me to know more at that point. start sailing. Right, hopefully we're done with interruptions. And I can go back to my research site and actually dig around. Oh, itchy hand. Okay, well, we've got a lot of spots. On a lead to Heaven's Vault, a clue about meeting rivers. Here, where rivers pour into one another, blah, 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 blah. Man, well, I don't know why this is so fast. This is much faster than the text for everything else. Yeah, we'll just sail here. We'll go back to Renba's dig site if we need to, but I feel like the things we would find there are things that we are already past. Our route goes right shortly, and we're gonna have to sail. Oh, we can skip some of it. We have reached uncharted waters, Aaliyah. Scope Rimba found in the buried boat led him to the hideout. The scope he found there might have led him on, but then his ship exploded. If only there was a way to find out where he was going. I mean, we could dig around in the wreckage. Triangulation. Something. The data is indeed thin. What would help? I don't know why that wasn't just a beat or a remark to keep the conversation going. But okay. Maybe there was other things. More telescopes. Maybe there were other dialogue options if I had made different choices or had different things. A triangulation requires 3 or more points. Well, I mean, it requires 3 points. If you've got more, then it's not a triangle. Assume the scope aboard the ship was bound for or taken from somewhere near Elbereth. You should wait, Aaliyah. Oh, that was Aaliyah speaking. Once we reach this place, we'll waste no time. If there's a link to Heaven's Vault, we'll find it. And if not, right here. Cool. I remember a shortcut. Interesting. I think the unknown site is in this vicinity. Right, shipwreck. Wreck. Guess it dates from ancient... I would guess it dates from ancient times, Aaliyah. This should only take a few moments. I found a brass incense burner embossed with the depiction of a ship. Just lying out there. Look at the craftsmanship. Such tiny details worked in. Whoever made this didn't add an inscription on the glass. It says we're coming from the place we're searching from. We must be nearly there. make the exact spot we're looking for easier to find. Our additional information has now placed us outside the search zone. Okay, cool. That was fast. Several sites all recording the rivers from different viewpoints. Recording one particular spot. Niki stumbled onto it. You will need to turn left, Aaliyah. Okay. My only real non-technical problem with the game so far is that I really struggle to believe that these moons are still engaging in trade and nobody has mapped these rivers. We are in the vicinity of the unknown ancient site once more. I'm not sure who said that. Like, you know, I get why we're out doing it. We are a historian, but the yearn to adventure, to map, to sail is a ubiquitous experience. And if there are boats out conducting trade between the moons, they would have maps. They would be going all over the place. Even if it meant like a bunch of them died. And if that's not the case, if there's a, like a lore reason, I haven't found it yet. And sorry, I'm not reading this. This is just their usual dialogue about the river changing flow and speed and such, and seeing stuff. But yeah, I really want an explanation for why these rivers aren't better mapped. Fang told me something in the Chronicles of Mazwai. It's an old poem about sailing the fiery path. Wonder if this is what they meant, the spray in the water. Certainly not fiery. Oh, well that's pretty intense. Something here. Let's see what's down there. What do you mean down? That is clearly up. I guess down once we, like, portal down. An unknown ancient site. This is the oldest site I've found. Alright, are we there? Are we at the cutscene from the beginning of the game? Oh, this is a forest.
We made our way between ancient clustered trees. The air seemed to hang from their branches, dank and heavy, like wet cloth.
Now we found something. This place is thriving. We expected to find here. What lies in the heart of a forest? Water, Aaliyah. It's a way down through here. Don't get stuck in a bush, will you? I will pick my way forward somehow, Aaliyah. It's interesting. Here. Curved marks. Grooves. In the stone under the moss. Overlapping like the scales of a snake. Tracks? From some kind of enormous stone-grinding creature? They will be from a blade of whatever tool dug this canyon, although I cannot think of anything capable of carving on that scale. I think this canyon was dug. Naturally. Entropy creates plains, Aaliyah, not winding channels. The rivers wind. Water does. Really? Water cannot carve a canyon. Even a simple dam can hold its back. Joke's on you. Water can definitely do that thing. It's cold. Mist. I've seen mist like this since Miercy. I'm not walking in circles. Oh, okay. Thought we were going to remark on the big rock. Is this a path? There's no paving slabs, no guard posts.
The trees parted into a clearing around a listing statue.
Behold the waters. Nice to see a familiar face. Found a goddess. Ah, her butt is a transportation thing. There's an inscription here. Wow. Alright, finally some words. This one's a broken fragment from an even longer phrase. Alright. Divine. Gives water for Nebula. Done something wrong. Alright. Not divine. Okay, it's just the goddess gives water for the nebula. That makes sense. Weird that there's an adjective marker there then. Or what I have assumed is an adjective marker. I believe you can be confident in your translation of nebula now. Okay. The goddess gives water for the nebula. The goddess gives water for the nebula. By the stars, that was a long one. Does giving water mean distributing it? Obviously water here. Did they believe the goddess shared this moon's water with the rest of the nebula? Metaphysical explanation of the existence of wellsprings? Look at her podium. Would it be more different than the setting of Miercy? Though perhaps the shape of that one was made to match this? More like ramps and panels on the cratered moon than anything else here. Some kind of mechanism? Perhaps you are suggesting it rotated? She could look around. Lots of glass at her feet. The hole going down into the mechanism. Whatever this was, it's filled with dirt. A lamp, perhaps, Aaliyah. Light up the statue? Why would anyone want to do that? When I ascended to eternity, they hung lamps from every branch. The surrounding gods each held candles, the rocks dripped with light. Roy would love this thing. You want to take it apart bolt by bolt. There's another disc on this side, but this one's intact. Reminds me of something we've seen before. I just remember what. Strange thing. Glass is warm. Curious. Perhaps I could take a closer look. Okay. Try not to break it. Try not to break anything for a moment. Yes, most interesting. So, there is a strong radiation emanating from beneath the glass, Aaliyah. Radiation? That can't be good. Outside your visible spectrum, but it is there. Its signature is very familiar, Aaliyah. It's the radiation generated by a hopper. And this is a hopper source, similar to the one on the Withering Palace. Hoppers were short distance only. So where is this going? Every hopper I have encountered is short distance, but there are no eyes above us. This hopper must be looking elsewhere. This hopper is permanently hoppering. Someone set this place up and left it running. It would appear so, Aaliyah. You're saying it's still active? Yes, Aaliyah. A hopper is only emitting when it is active. Something below the ground is being transported right now, even as we speak. What happens if a hopper signal is blocked, like by my hand? The connection no longer exists, therefore transfer does not occur. Whatever might have been relocated is not. Can I use this hopper? And wherever it's going, might go all the way to Heaven's Vault. This hopper is directed at something underground. Even if you could make your way down there, the signal from this hopper points towards Eox. This place is hoppering something to Eox. But what? Probably water. Something underground. But you're serious? This place is where Eox gets its water from? And if I were to shut this place down? Please. I do not like to consider it. I mean, okay, I made that jump. I don't know how they made that jump. People at Elbereth knew NK. Honestly, I don't think they'd hesitate. They'd shut it down and then trade water for work in the fields. Then I do not suggest we tell them. And I shall personally inform Professor Miari at the earliest convenience. The ancients who built this place set the water goddess here to look after the place. Who knows, perhaps Miracy once had the same setup. There's a third disc here. So only one of these hoppers is still intact. Where does this one point? I am unsure. Somewhere we did not find, perhaps. Last discs we saw must have worked to hopper the water away. They're all blocked, it's got nowhere to go. So we've got a rather lush planet, and we're sending a constant stream of water from here. Something here. Stones? No. Shells. The ones from the necklace we found outside the hermitage where Renba died. How did they get here? Perhaps they ancient use shells for currency. Is that an absurd idea? Not absurd. But any currency which can be grown is unlikely to work well. If the thing that you're growing provides something to the economy. Human. Yes, NK. Have a result, Aaliyah. What kind of result? The triangulation of the telescopes, Aaliyah, that Renba found. Assuming they were recording devices transmitting data to each other and to a central source, they were positioned deliberately to cover a particular sector of the nebula from many angles, while maintaining a line of sight to that central source. Aaliyah, I believe I have found Renba's observatory. It's far further than we have ever been. What is this observatory, NK? significantly further than the air tanks of the Nightingale would allow. Well, that's not good. Okay, is there more down here? Also, that's mildly confusing because you use triangulation to find a point in the middle of 3 spots. That's why a triangulation. Or something along one of the lines. So if it's 3 locations we've been to, it needs to be on the line or in the triangle, which means it shouldn't be further away than we've ever been. Unless I'm misunderstanding how triangulation works, but I'm pretty sure that's how it works. So this was a hopper too. Presumably so. Blocked now by dirt and forest detritus. But curiously angled. There's nothing in this direction. We are at the edge of the nebula already. This hopper's aimed to nowhere. This hopper source would appear to be pointing in the direction similar to that of Rembus telescopes. This hopper is pointing to something outside the nebula. Perhaps to Heaven's Vault itself. There's warmth here. Not much, but a little. Maybe this one is working underneath the dirt as well. The eye this hopper transmits to is most likely a wellspring, Aaliyah. Let's clear it. Definitely warm down here. Think. There. Is it clean now? Is anything happening? Perhaps. A very faint flow upwards. Something maybe in the sky. You can't be sure. It's almost undetectable. Needs more water. Okay, so I could theoretically cut off Eox's water to send more water to Heaven's Vault. Aaliyah, surely we cannot be correct. Wellsprings cannot surely all be fed by other wellsprings. The water and air must originate somewhere. Suppose you're right. Some wellsprings must be primary, others secondary. Presumably. Presumably, they just exist the way they exist in our reality. Aaliyah, we believe this place is connected to Heaven's Vault. Okay, pull me back. Uh-huh. Oh, is it? I haven't looked at enough things? Okay. I mean, the only thing I saw to do left was to cover the hopper, and I don't want to cover the hopper. So quiet. So still. I detect endless movement, Aaliyah. Leaves, insects. Ceaseless. Uh-huh. Like the goddess is looking at me. Looking at this spot, maybe? There's something around here. Was. That's the waters. A hatchway. Let's see. Here, along the side. Oh boy, that's a long one. Hope Emmy's okay. She's been out for a while. Maybe she decided to take a longer walk than just going to the store. Give me just a sec. I'm gonna put my hoodie on. I'm also gonna check my phone to see if she like sent me a call or a text or anything real quick. There you are. I was just beginning to wonder where you was. Yeah, making. All right.
Buy one, get one free.
Okay, cool. What all you grab? Excedrin and.
Excedrin and the other thing, and some
Okay,
stupid.
seems like a good idea. Hello, Graham. You're now in the way. Hello. Can I get back to my video game? Or is mommy too silly? Goodbye. Alright. Master of Water. No? That's all I can think of. Master of Waters. Master. Who would be the master of this place? Presumably the goddess. So the hatch, it's an access panel. An underground reservoir? Robots could go down and clear it if it became blocked. Most likely if a robot was positioned inside. Must be a way to get this open. There's no handle, no lock, nothing. Open it up, NK. I have no idea how to open it. You think I would go digging around in the dirt like some drone? Perhaps this place was once entirely underwater. Tales we found lived here. Then someone harvested that water using hoppers. The system's been working ever since. The Ox itself relies on it. Over time, 2 of these discs failed and the water level built up. Enough to saturate the soil and allow the forest to grow. Leah, you do a lot of extrapolating that sometimes I get, and sometimes I'm like, where did you get that idea? Heard something moving in the trees. This is why you need multiple scientists on a project. Most likely, Aaliyah, there are animals here. Kind of animals. Multiple kinds. A large number of types are required for the system to be sustainable. As I understand it, they eat each other. We don't eat, I suppose? I have not needed to yet, Aaliyah. Well, how do you keep going? I am powered by a small reactor of some kind. I don't know how it works or how long it will last. Much as you might about your own heart. Okay. Are we done here? Is there more to find? Okay, we're done here. Unless I wanted to cut off Eox's water supply. I'm bored of this place. We should leave this place. Do it. Be ready, Aaliyah. Oh, they missed a spot. Space. New knowledge of Heaven's Vault. So, the only knowledge we got about Heaven's Vault is maybe where it's at based off the pointing of the hopper, and NK's decided that triangulation works in a way that I don't understand. Curious. The rivers here are not quite as they were, Aaliyah. There is a very faint new flow. From the hopper I cleared out. It's hard to say for sure. New river. Not a river. A trickle. Where does it go? Away. Somewhere distant. The Heaven's Vault. I do not know, Aleeha. But surely it must be. Maybe we can come back here later. Let's take to the river. If the only way is to get to Heaven's Vault is to cut off water to Eox, that's a problem. I will prepare the tackle, Aleeha. I would need to know more about the darkness before I could make such a decision. Oh, interesting. We've got a bunch of little dark spots. So Heaven's Vault is way up here. Yeah, so we had the Hideout Moon and the Withering Palace and was it the Cratered Moon? The Domed Market Moon, maybe? I don't know. Any of these locations, if you triangulate with them, you're not going to get here. To my knowledge of how that works. There are a bunch of ruins along the way. Interesting. I guess maybe I've marked these in the past and I've just never seen them. So what do we got? We could look at more of Bremba's site. Roy. Roy can try and find the observatory and more about the crystal. Might be able to trade some things. Talk to Wang. Return the figurine of Kimbenya. We tell Amadu about what we found. We could go looking for the secret. Well, we can't go looking for the ancient library because it won't let us freeze sale. To my knowledge. All right. Let's. Okay. I thought we could just do that, but no, it just deletes them off of the map. Cool. Okay. Okay, that doesn't help us. I guess we're going this way. Oh. Thank you, Saribot, for killing a viewbot. Alright, I guess we're going to Elbereth because I don't really have that much else I can do. Short of cutting off Eox's water supply, which, again, I'm not doing unless the game tells me more about what the darkness is. I'm not dooming a planet to having no water for the sake of maybe the darkness is going to kill us. There's a faster route to the right. Well, in that case, I'm going to go left. Because that makes me think that there's going to be things. Thank you. Who knows what's lurking out there? No, don't say it like that. No. Boop, ba-doop, 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 ba-doop. make noises so that hopefully I don't get content stricken later. I'm really at a loss for what I'm supposed to do in this moment. Cause like I know our ultimate goal is to find Heaven's Vault, but what are we getting? Like, the game has not convinced me enough yet to kill Eox. We... Go left ahead. Okay. There's some discussion of needing air tanks. So theoretically, maybe I need to get to a point where I can trade for a bigger boat or better air tanks. I don't know. Not through it yet. Alright, we're back in Eagles Pass. We reached the point where we're in familiar territory yet. The wires. To the right. Put us down, NK. And then I guess we can go back to Redba's site after this. Unless something is like, oh, that makes a big thing. Yeah, show the crystal to Arroy. And do some trading with, okay. That Boyaki Rayfar. I do not want to say words that I don't know where it'll send me at. Maybe we'll talk to Tibor while we're here as well and see if he can teach us some words. Oh, I missed it. Short and Retro, you followed 7 minutes ago. If you're still around, thank you for the follow. And the follower, you're an official punk, which means you're an official badass. I really need to tie a sound alert of some sort to that. I keep missing them when they happen. I don't know what to do for a sound alert. Maybe I could record something. And, whoops. There we go. Thank you for the care package in Raleigh. Now, it's still weird to me that as you clear them out, they get slightly adjusted, and so I end up hitting the report button. Adjusting how I'm sitting. There we go. Let's hopefully make some progress. And pass by the work yard. She still won't talk to us anymore. Grandma screaming. Screaming for mommy. Excuse me. Dong. Dong. That's you, Tap Key. I don't want it. Aaliyah. What can I do for you? I was given a strange shard of crystal. Thought you might be able to tell me what it is. I'm a technic, not a mystic healer. So I don't know. Rest it on your belly and see if it helps you break wind. I'll do it tonight, maybe. Thank you, Roy. What do you make of this? It was given by a merchant. Seemed to think it was from a library. Might be. Did you really not recognize it? No? Look at you. You wouldn't recognize your own face in a bucket of water. This thing is a screw ring from the top of a power cell. From a robot. Look at this thing. I found it way out on a moon covered in ancient panels. Oh, it's beautiful. Some kind of telescope? Set up to collect something. Probably packed with information, if only you could read it. Can you read it? I shouldn't have thought so. Whatever this thing it was, recording will be packed, stored. If you knew what it was supposed to be, then maybe you could read it. But you couldn't guess. But still, it's a beautiful piece. Can you help me trace where it was made? I have no idea where it was made. The ancients were recording something. Something's happening out there. Darkness is coming. Won't do any good. You can barely handle what's happening here, Leah. Did you know the robots have control words? What's that? There are ancient words that make the robots do things. Never heard of that before. So you didn't know. Is it just this one? Or do they all have them? All of them, I think. Must be something burnt right into their foil. Anything higher than that would be overridden by a robot's own intentionality. It would be something to test. Can a word bypass their ethical core? You think that might be possible? You could use a control word to have a robot kill someone. That's how it works. Makes you wonder if you and me have overrides we don't know about. What do you mean? Never mind. Forget it. I've found a site that's too far from the rivers to reach. Other than anywhere I've been. Off the rivers? But there's a whole vast space between the rivers. It's not as empty as it should be. But without the rivers, there's no air to breathe, and the Nightingale can only hold so much. Sounds like you need a river, then. I thought you could make me some air tanks? Could fit them to the ship. How many? How much air? Enough for a day? For 2 days? How are you going to cross empty space anyway? Rivers don't come and go because you ask them to. Maybe they do. But we're not sailing for some rock. It's a place. Maybe there was a river once, but now it's gone. Well, even if that was true, you can't just whistle for it to come back. What even is a river? Sailed more than me. Where do they come from? Where do they go? Where do they come from, Cotton Eye Joe? Do you know? Some moons have uprivers. Rivers just come out of them. How does that work? Oh, they have well springs. Water's drawn off into space? the rivers flow out of the wellsprings. Well then, you just need to make a wellspring. Maybe the water goddess will help you out. They worship the water goddess on Mercy. I was joking, Al. By the rivers and dirts, what is wrong with you? Can't make a river any more than you can flip Elbereth on its back. Even if you could, you couldn't tell it which way to flow. But what if there was a river before? A new river might follow the same course? It might, if it starts from the same place. Rivers don't just vanish, and they don't just appear. How about your distant star, Al? But maybe, just maybe, you're stuck down here with the rest of us for once. And the robot still won't land on Elbereth. You learned anything from her? I learned a lot about what she doesn't like. Better keep her happy. Nothing's here. Not getting any better. Don't be a stranger, Leah, Lazra. Alright, so we'll go and we'll talk to the trader next, and then yeah, Toppy. We'll talk to Toppy next, and then we'll go and talk to Timor. Timor. I cannot remember which it is. Beep boop bop. Aaliyah, come on in. I've uncovered a few items you might be interested in. Oh yes. Ah, fantastic. It's made of wood-bound book made of rubbery paper dating to the earliest days of the nebula. Fair, if not exemplary. No matter. I should be able to shift it onto someone. I have something of a similar period, I think. I'm pretty sure my book is like a book of like sex. Yes, this is it, or maybe love poetry. A yellowing scroll, blank except for some unreadable calculations. It's been inscribed too. There's a few words in this one. Beep boop boop bop. Okay. This book open through I think the only other thing I can slap down here is this of. This doesn't feel right. Right, not the of. Oopsie. You think that this is the... No. Not me. This. This fucking book. Through. I can add my translation for book to my dictionary now. This one has a lot of symbols, but I'm sure it reads as through. Alright. I forget what the 6 means. Verb form of the 6, which is in feared. The way of to a place. So it could be came or turn. I don't think sat. Let's see. Read this last one. We've got noun, adjective of all something, noun, verb, open. Yeah. So all the openings. Could be the gates. the ends. We're not entirely sure that that thing is open, but I'm pretty sure. This book came through gates. Let's try that. This book came through gates. Comes from the same side as the book and the Chronicles of Mazwai I found earlier, I think. To help us work out where to look for the site of the ancient library of the Loop. So you've inspected the goods? Roll for your wood-bound book? You have a deal. What a fine piece. Found a few more items you might be interested in. Oh, yes? It's a typeset book filled with curious computations dating from ancient times. You spoil me. Not seen anything quite like that. I might be able to make you an offer. Here we are. A statue carved from copper. Seen this god before. Side of the Withering Palace. I don't know what he's meant to be. This has been inscribed. Womp. One's a phrase run together. Alright. Metal moves. Or I don't think that's right. We're gonna have to cross some things out. I don't think I'm gonna make this trade. I'll have to save the rest for later. Does metal moves then for make sense? I already know about the Steel Empire. Help us locate where this was made. So, you've seen it? Statue for your typeset book? Thank you for letting me see it, but no. Something else, perhaps another time. There. If there's more, let me look another time, my fine lady. I've picked up a few more items you might be interested in. Yes? A telescope device dating from ancient times. Wonderful. Beautiful, unique piece. I might be able to make you an offer. Probably not trading this either. Now then. A highly ornate nebula chart. Oh, well. Doesn't have any drawn symbols along the line of a flow. Comes from the same place as the scroll, I think. A lot of information on the site of the ancient library of the Loop now. This will make it easier to locate. So, you've inspected the goods. Biblia cute. What? What? More like nary cute. Got him. 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 Wrecked. Owned. Destroyed. No you. I already said no you. You can't know you, my no you. It's an ancient times period sextant. Interesting. Wonderful. I have a soft spot for contraptions, as you know. You can and you will, and I can't stop you? Wow. I bet I could stop you if I wanted to. Very strong. Large book bound in wood. Found some drawn glyphs on the cover. Oh, we've got a backwards. This one's several words. Okay. I book. Tells alongside story. That's something wrong. Wah. Whoop. Story alongside tells book. This. I didn't realize they had given me this. So my translation alongside doesn't seem correct anymore. Okay. But I'm convinced my translation of story is correct now. Alright. So this is... I still think that this series of flowing inward squares is supposed to imply something being hidden. So the adjective form of something being hidden. It doesn't make sense. Okay, it's got to be true. So maybe the ancients believed that the truth was perpetually hidden. This book tells true story. This comes from the same source as the chart and the scroll, I think. The letter leads on the side of the ancient library of the loop now. Should make the site easier to find. So, you've seen it. Book for your sextant? No, it's from the Heavens Vault. I'm kind of concerned that maybe we'll get to the Heavens Vault and we'll need all the parts of the Heavens Vault to make it fly. I like translating words. And a few more items you might be interested in. Worn pendant made of gold, dating from the earliest days of the nebula. Very nice. What a beautiful piece of work. I might be able to make you an offer. Here we are. Scratched telescope, embossed with a snake design. It's incredible and ancient. And there's an inscription on the casing. Now, this might be worth trading, because I think this is just like an amulet. This one's a broken piece from an even longer phrase. What do we got? Stars. Something to find. Can't be the word for find. Okay. Maybe I'm completely wrong about the squares within squares. The verb of declaring not, and I thought hidden. Well, let's try this first. This is time something not. So never. Probably the stars never deceive. So maybe the squares are actually the opposite of hidden. Maybe they're actually like supposed to be like seen. Maybe it's supposed to represent like an eye. Stars never deceive. I'll do for now. I'd hazard this comes from the same source as the book and the chart. This will make the site of the ancient library of the loop easier to locate. Yeah. I think this one we will trade. Have a deal. This looks rather good here. And then... what you give me will keep me in business for a week. There's more, let me consider another time, my fine lady. So, Toppy, where do you get this stuff from? Toppy? Oh, people bring me things. They leave things lying around. Does everyone take something away as well? We're a fair society. Everyone gets something. Alright, so... whoopsie. Solvable inscriptions. Towards temple gods will go. Yeah. Nebula is our garden. Here is my story. Those all make sense. All right, I want to, whoopsie. I want to look at these things. So yeah, if it's actually the opposite of what I thought, it's not deception but seen, then truth would make sense. Something you've seen is true. This is the statue we found, but we couldn't lock in enough words. Metal moves. Or yeah, that's not it. Okay, yeah, I think I need more words, and it's just not going to let me. Yeah. I'm just looking, I should just look for the ones with deception in it. Here we go. Metal hatch. Masters. Master of water. It's not going to let me even try that last word. All right. The verb of not the way and the adjective of not the sky. Interesting. Need to do actually yeah, not time verb. That's probably right. We add things to the dictionary all the time, but I wish I could actually like access the dictionary. I guess masters isn't locked in, but I'm pretty sure it's masters. Do I have anything out? This is stars are true friends. That makes sense to be on a sextant. That's masters again. But maybe masters is wrong. Oh, we've locked in words. Nice. Because we've used it several times, and usually using a word enough times locks it in. Okay, so of the person, robot, the verb form of seeing the way to the person. Could be brains. Eh. Do I have that symbol anywhere else? This is counting, but I don't have the means to guess at numbering yet. Okay. I don't think I've got that symbol anywhere else. Oh, here we go. Dead will deceive you. Okay. So the verb of declaring not seen or not true that does line up with deceive, which means that this works for deception. Or this doesn't work for deception. This is deceiving. I declare this to be deception. This should be I declare this to be true. Or truth, rather. Da, 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 da. Yeah, I forget if I finished this thought. I wish that I could actually access the dictionary and like fill in what I think individual symbols mean. Okay. So, see you later, Toppy. Let's try and go to Timor, and see if he can teach us how to speak ancient. That might be relevant. Doop-a-doop-a-doop. Aaliyah. Mia. It's good to see you. And you. Will you be here for long? I always come back. That's good. This place hasn't changed while I was dead. This has been friendly. Except for Timor. He's been kind. He's a good man, I think. But he doesn't like me wasting time. We got errands to run. Good faith. Oh, and lady, I remembered what the robot said to the gate before it threw me inside. If Farali came back to me in a dream, what does it mean? It's not ancient. Sounds like patois. Maybe, I don't know. So you have it right? I told you it was in a dream. So of course I'm sure. Be seeing you. Ifarali. No kind of patois that I know. Leah, you're back. I think I was deeper than that with Timor. Timor. Call me L. Interesting. Timor, you should call me L. We've known each other long enough. But Aaliyah, that isn't your name. Aaliyah means exalted. High, great one. It's a good name. Doesn't sound like me. The orphan from El Bareth Gutter who moved to Eox? That is an exhalation. Then I will need a priest to tell me what it is. Now come over here and have a drink. There we go, that's his voice. So, what does Timor mean? Has opinions about others? Timor means one who remembers. And don't you forget it. You once told me there were 7 gods in the ancient pantheon. I found 6. Did I tell you that? I was probably making it up. So you don't know. I think I was told by my grandmother that 7 was a lucky number for the ancients. Or 6 and 1, as she said it. Here. Thanks, Timor. Now, look here. I have a present for you. A scrap of paper. Dating from ancient times. There's a printed annotation. Very short. This one's a blurry fragment from a longer phrase. Book. Large book. That's what my translation for large is right now. Large book. Hazard, this comes from the same place as the Scratch telescope in the book that I found here before. Must have been frequent travel between these two sites. This will make the site of the ancient library of the loop easier to locate. What do I owe you? Nothing. Just don't stop stopping by. You want another raka? Trying to get me drunk? You're a smart lady. You can get yourself drunk. So, another? No, please. Another time. I saw something terrible out in the cyclones. It burned out wreck of a ship. Belonged to someone at the university. Died out there. And it could have been you? Easily. Still might. I take some real risks out there alone. And sometimes you wonder why you do it. We all take risks, Aaliyah. Life is a risk. I just feel bad for him, that's all. Of course you do. Have a drink in his honor. Could you translate the name Benya? Heard it out on the heresy. I've not heard the name before, but it sounds like Elberethian well enough. He suggests a person, a name. Enya is freedom and life. So perhaps a name for mother, or else a magician. So is the cleaning job keeping you busy? I've told you before, I'm not a cleaner. But of course you are. Picking through dead people's jewelry. Have you ever heard the word Malafar? All the time. Means falling over too much rock, yeah. Can't imagine anyone ever said it to you. I saw a mirror. Looks well. Charging around the place. He was up to the cat kiss faster than a shout. He likes running errands. Kinds of errands, Timor. Calm down, firecracker. He's fetching water, salt, that kind of thing. Nothing he shouldn't be doing. Thanks for taking him in. You could use an extra pair of hands around here. He's a nice boy. Quiet, doesn't talk too much. He was alone for a long time. It's amazing that you found him, you know. You have a gift, Aaliyah, for lost things. Aaliyah, why do you want to do what you do? Picking things up, dusting them off, putting them in boxes. Will never tidy up the nebula faster than it makes a mess of itself. So what's the use? It's not about the things. It's about the story behind the things. History belongs to everyone. It has to be protected and shared. Otherwise, when I die, when you die, it's like it never happened. Then we don't know who we are. I'm not sure who we do know who we are. Then we need more history, not less. Not sure anyone knows who they are. Minute to minute, day to day. You do what you have to, what you're set up to do. That's all the time that's all there's time to do. You look back and say, "Oh, I was like that." And you hope you were kind. I found the moon pouring in water. Water cascading down a mountain, water in rivers, water bubbling in fountains. Sounds like a paradise. It's a graveyard. Water that comes from the dead is not for drinking, Aaliyah. Bartenders know about this kind of thing. You don't understand how much water there was. The whole population of the nebula couldn't drink all the water there was. So there was water for the taking, was there? Always on the lookout for business. I'm an altruist, you know. What was it? Ghosts wake. You don't sail, do you? Me? I have a bar to run. I need to get someone to clean up the place. You're a cleaner, aren't you? No? Alright, well, I guess other than asking about the name Cabenia, that's all the asking I get to do. See you around, Timor. Don't be a stranger. Oh, Aaliyah, I was joking just now. I was... About which thing? Okay. So we've gained pretty much nothing. I mean, it was nice to check in, but I don't think we gained any leads. I guess we got enough things in trading that we can now possibly find the observatory. Or the Nightingale. What? Time to move on. Excuse me. Alright. Ancient library. Let's go. Please let me skip a good chunk of it. Because it's a long way. Wah. Wah. Wee. Still don't get what sweeping the sail is supposed to do. It seems like it's a speed up, but it only like speeds up for like a moment. There we go. Now I can pass control to NK. Unknown waters. Okay. Rocks. That's a lot of rocks. Whee! Oh, okay. with. Probably not after. I feel like free. Water flows free. Sail free and adjective of the noun of the sky heart. Maybe this is free. When your heart is like the air. I don't feel like it would be okay. So if this is free, then this isn't free. Maybe it's fast. And never the verb form of time that is not it's that story mark that has like some extra lines. Maybe stop. The time when your story ends, stopping. Yeah, fast and free and never stop. That sounds like a thing. Sail fast and free and never stop. I think that's correct. I'd say this was made on the site we're searching for. Must be close by. Make the exact spot we're hunting easier to locate. I have to assume every time they say easier to locate, it shrinks the bubble on the map. I wish it maybe like trying to think of how I want to say it. Because I get why the map's not on the screen. They want to, like, you know, make this look very pretty. But maybe, like, the first time it talks about narrowing, it could have shown the map or encouraged you to look at the map. It's a little more tutorializing. I wonder if the Game Grumps would have enjoyed this. Ruin. It is a ruin from ancient times, Aaliyah. This should only take a few moments, Aaliyah. Wonder why I couldn't do those ones earlier. I recovered an inked chart of a moon. Wonder how long it's been here out there. Along a river is some writing. Once a blurry piece from an even longer phrase. Find. Path. Oh, my controller will not stop vibrating. Of. Path. Long one, but I think it must say find. Okay. So, we've got a noun here. It has a lightning bolt that we associate with the heart. But... could be fire. Fire is an element we've not referenced. The only other place we have it is in a word that I've tentatively translated as peace. A place in which... not... the verb of a person connected to this. Peace could be a place where people aren't making fire. It's not pilgrim and it's not air. And I think harvest would have the word for garden. So I think this has to be fire. Does find path of fire path make sense? That would make sense. We've talked about the root of embers on the way to the observatory. The library is this way. And there are a lot more of these ruin dots. Interesting. So it is definitely shrinking the circle. Ooh, you know what? Let's go this way. I wanna see this thing. No, that's fine. I don't care that I missed the turning. I want to pop these shipwrecks. I want to translate more words because that's the most fun of the game. Frick, I would guess it dates from the earliest days of the Nebula, Leah. I will investigate. I found a shredded pocket-sized book, almost empty, but for some minute scroll. I don't know how long it's been there. Something marked along the spine. Wow. Almost destroyed except for this massive phrase. It's blotted and unintelligible. Right, and me by fire. Believe you're correct with fire, Leah. Okay, that's cool. That's another element, and that can definitely help us with a lot of words. So, the verb of not the way, and the adjective of not the sky. Okay. So, maybe sit would make sense. And sit by the fire is a thing that, you know, makes sense to say. Sit by the fire and, me. Oh boy. The verb of knowledge, the noun of the sky, the noun of the verb of declaration without declaration, which is word. Read me makes sense. For a book. Sit by the fire and read me. I'd say this is made on the site we're looking for. We're on the right track. This should make the site we're after even easier to find. Did it shrink? I might not have shrunk then, but that could be because we've already seen so much. A lot of ruins out here. I think I'm just going to not read the "it's a ruin" text. An annotated river map. No writing inside the gap between two flows. Comes from the place we're after. We must be near. Yeah, it's not shrinking anymore. I might have gotten it to like the minimum size. Which way should I go? It doesn't matter. There we go. Teleport us forward a little bit. Alright, yeah, we're gonna go down this route. It would have made for a very different game, but ooh, we're going very slow. I almost wish that there had also been a cartography element to this. Like, get rid of some of the excess rivers. Perhaps make the, like, maps you find give you, like, pre-filled parts of the river as just, like, another, like, incentive as you go along. Or another thing you might want to trade for. And then, like, give you a map that you can draw on. Would have been fun. Ruin of some sort. Wow. and it might also have played into the like, why have sailors not mapped this so much if there's like a lot of ruined bits of map. The ruins here appear to date from ancient times, Aaliyah. It'd only take a few moments. Like, you could start with like a perfectly, I found a silver telescope, cool. A perfectly rectangular map of like the central area of the universe. No inscription. Okay. Geez, the music is really loud. 1 second. Start with like a perfectly rectangular map of the center of the world. And then just like write warnings on the rivers that like travel out to the rest of the map. And then, like I said, as you find bits of map, you get like hard confirmed bits of the rest of the world, and you can like draw off of that map. Would have made it for a different game. I know that their focus was on the translation, but it would have been fun for me personally. Would have been an interesting idea. There's a shorter way to the right. Let me check the map. You're right, because we need to kick off in the other direction. Shortcuts are never shorter. What are you talking about? I went to the right. Need to go left up ahead. I don't think so. I'm pretty sure we need to go right. Oh, no, I see. It's going to force us back in. Been a slow day for progress. Translated fire. That's neat. I think it's silly that it gives me these markers when it does not matter. How are we doing? Okay, we're going into it. Vicinity of the site of the ancient library. Should be around here. Okay. Yeah, we're gonna want to keep left. It would seem we have not been down either of these paths before, Aaliyah. That might be it. Is that it? What we're looking for? I will activate the hopper now. Site of an ancient library. Will the books here tell the future as Huang believes?
Open sands and deathly silence.
That looks like built for Assassin's Creed man to climb.
This place was so old even the ghosts had died.
Okay. I don't feel right. It's the air here, Aaliyah. There is not enough. You will feel dizzy, lightheaded, and nauseous. You will eventually pass out. What can I do? Move quickly. Talk less. Get the waste then. Won't open. Okay. So another note on verisimilitude. So we know a lot of moons don't have air anymore, or they have very thin air. And we know that there's no air out in the rivers. So ships have air tanks. Maybe not very big air tanks. If Aaliyah was asking if we could add more, but some amount of air inside of them. So have we not invented what's here, diver suits for going onto moons that have limited air? I guess they'd say so otherwise, but maybe if the rest of the world just doesn't care about going to these ancient moons, but this world just does not have an exploratory spirit, I guess. Maybe the empire shattering just kind of made everyone want to hole up on their own place and not deal with anything, and only a handful of scholars from Eox and people who do trade do a lot of sailing, and the people who do trade just want to go back and forth. I don't know. Alright, well, I can't go in through there. It's going to make me walk. We got a broken bit over here. Leah, I know you can step over this. Oh, okay, we can go this way. Here's our way in. Look at this place.
The air should have reeked of ash and smoke. But no. Nothing. These walls were dry bones.
I think this place is ancient. Older than anything we've seen before. I agree, Aaliyah, but materials, the construction, they are old, yes. But I would not say they were primitive. The frames are much the same as those on Elbereth. They've fallen from the floor above. I believe it was the floor above. Beautiful. Kind of gemstone inlaid. What happened to the people who built this place? Where did they go? I suppose they traveled, Aaliyah. They spread. This site is older than Eox, older than Elboreth. These people were settlers. Yeah. Something poking out of here. Lightweight copper knife. Looks like it dates from the Steel Empire. Aaliyah, there's blood on the blade. Not much, but some. Human blood? I suppose so, Aaliyah. It is Eoxian blood. You can tell where the blood comes from. Only blood from Eox. It's a particular insular community. On the blade there seems to be an inscription. There's my eyes to read it. Okay. Few words in this one. Womp 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 womp. Okay. And until that whoop. That. Womp. I believe I remember the word until. I believe I remember the word until, Aaliyah. That was coming out of us, but I'm pretty sure that was said by NK. Alright, the verb of a person who something fire. Well, we've already kind of got the idea that a person who does fire is a warrior. So, fight makes sense to have on a knife. Fight until death and the adjective of a story time that is not this other kind of story. Yeah, the time of your story and not the end. So fight until death and beyond. Fight until death and cry. I think beyond makes the most sense there. Fight until death and beyond. It's plucky, I'll give it that. I think this comes from the same site as the statue. You know, for Aaliyah, there's not enough air. Please talk less. Aaliyah sure is fucking talking a lot. The one we acquired on Elbereth should help us locate its location. It's an inscription, too. Running around at the speed of sound, the edge of the circle here. Alright, probably a map. This one, the phrase run together. Womp womp womp. Give. Home is. This isn't right. But we're going to lock in a bunch of words in the hopes that it you know, tells us the words that are wrong. Look at that then. Does give of water is of for home work? Is it? Geometric pattern. Some kind of insignia. It's a map. Not an eagle and sun, that's for certain. Blackened. Fire must have been immense. Flames filling this space. It's amazing. Anything survived. Are there any other settlements here? On this moon? Not that I can see. Perhaps people did not come here often. This is the door we saw on the other side. You want to unlock it? Stuck fast. Oh, okay. If there were scrolls on these shelves, the fire reduced them to ashes. And then the wind swept the ashes away. Okay. It looks like a seat to me, but surely, yeah. The fire must have been terrible. Enough to blister the plaster. Perhaps even up the moon's air. Or even use up the moon's air. That makes sense. Stairs leading up. Lucky they were so sturdily built.
I was stumbling over my own feet.
Yo, now what's this? Please, your blood oxygen level is dropping. Then don't make me waste time talking about it.
Right on the brink was an enormous book on a curved metal stand.
This is a beautiful piece of work. Heavy, ornate. And the book is unscathed. Symbols in the leather. One, several words. History of future is 4 words. I wouldn't call that several. Alright. Adjective of the verb that is not held. Lost. History of the lost future. I could still change my mind, but history of lost future. What does that mean? Book of prophecies? I want to know what's inside. But it's chained shut. I can't leave this here. But it's chained to the stand. I have to leave the book behind. It would kill me if we found out. Break the chain? Careful up there. The floor is not sound. Maybe I can. No, maybe I can't. I can't even lift it right now. Ornate circles. This one's inscribed around the edge as well. Womp. This one is a broken fragment from an even longer phrase. Boom, 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 boom. That's a lot of words. And ba, 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 ba. Vault. Skies, heavens, vault. Burr is lost. It's going to make me lock out words. But yeah, that translation's clearly incorrect. There must be another phrasing. Okay. I wish it wouldn't knock out all of the words. Like, it's marked out one. Let me leave the other ones in. Skies. Heaven's vault. Da-da-da. Is lost. Lock in path here. Four. Incorrect. Da-da-da-da-da. We're marking out sky. I guess I need... there's probably some conjunction that changes it from sky to heaven. But we're clearly talking about Heaven's Vault here. Heaven's Vault is lost. Oh yeah, it's that apostrophe. That apostrophe changes it from sky to skies, which is heavens. Well, okay. I'm just going to assume and path for vault is lost. That will do for now. Vividly set by the window. The view across the dust seems to have escaped the fire. And still see the doodles scratched in the lacquer that overlooked here. Must have been another level up here. Maybe several. It seems like a good place to run out of air. Now there's just a drop.
My lungs were burning.
Your blood oxygen is alarmingly low. It is off this rock, NK. I mean, portal to the ship, breathe, come back. You would think. We'll see if it'll let us do that. Or if it'll make us leave. Aboard the Nightingale. My head. Take your time, Aaliyah. You are safe. How long was I out? About 20 minutes, Aaliyah. Was there anything else down there to find? No. The place had been thoroughly burned. So what happens to the library now? Very little will happen to it, I think. I catch my breath and then we'll go back. We cannot go back, Aaliyah. The last of the air is gone. There are no plans to replenish it. Its story ends now. All of the air? Did I breathe in all of it? There was not much. I suspect the fire that ravaged the building ensured that. Yeah. Explains why fire would be connected to war so much. I mean, it already is in our world, but when you have very limited air. Aaliyah. Power cell. What about power cell Amadu gave me? Must be very old. Those things last almost forever. Alright. Let's start sailing. I will prepare the sheets, Aaliyah. So, like... I want that book. I guess there's no way to do it. Alright. So, there's a bunch of random shit out here in the ruins. There's Runaka. Where we could tell the guy that he was wrong. We could talk to Wang. Basically, we're. I guess there's some path here now that wasn't here before. Maybe this will connect to Heaven's Vault. But I get the feeling that the ancient aquifer kind of locks in the path. The Steel Empire site. Alright. Here's what we're gonna do. We're gonna go to Eox. Hopefully we can teleport there. We'll talk to Huang a little, and then that's where we'll wrap up, and we'll try and find some more spots next time. Especially since it's so quiet today. Wonder if there's any ancient settlers still out here. Most likely not. It has been a long time. We have not seen their boats. Yeah, there's some kind of wreck approaching on the right side of the river. Are you telling me the truth? A lot of times you say this and then there's not something. Okay, there is something coming up. But it's marked out? Is it one that we've seen before? Ah, fuck it. Teleport me. Tell Huang about the book. I think that's supposed to be an indicator that they're turning back into the 6 phase. But they keep doing it preemptively. Aaliyah! Oh, okay. Hi, Huang. Discovered a book you might enjoy. Let's see now. It's an inscription. I read it as, read this book and laugh until you weep. You know, I'm sure you're right on laugh. Glad you agree. I've been finding some truly ancient sites. Places far out in the reaches that must have been once wealthy. Abandoned. Lost in the clouds. Moons must have drifted away from the rivers. Or the rivers drifted away from the moons. Eox is old. We're always finding new layers to this place. Did you know that? Eox has been around forever. Probably all started here. What did? The loop, of course. That's why everyone wants to be on Eox. This is where you need to be when the loop closes. So did you find the library yet? Why is it so important to you? It's the library of the loop, Aaliyah. Library of all that will happen. Library all that can happen. You really believe this? I know it. That's why you should go. Found it. If you read its books, you would have to believe then too. If I read a book from the past that described the present, if I read that, I might believe. But I found your library and there was nothing. The place has been burnt, Wang. But 1,000 years ago, nothing left of your loop but ash. Ah, well, that makes sense, of course. But did you find it? I found something. A place that might have been a library. There wasn't much left after the fire. Sorry. Don't be, Aaliyah, please. I think my little collection here will grow into a full library. It's dizzying. That's why I sailed to Renaka, you understand, to stock up. We need to fill the shelves before the fall. Because of the loop. There's... The library of the loop is the library of Eox. Couldn't be anything else. After all, Eox is all that matters. Wow, Hang. Have you ever heard the word Sleeset before? Sleeset? No, I don't think so. Sounds like the way they talk on Elbereth. I found something Remba discovered near Elbereth. Well, yes? There's a ship. Underground. Underground? How did it get there? I think it flew there. Rather, it crashed there. How did he find it? Wang, do you think the robots know more than they say about the past? I'm sure they do. I think the robots can read ancient. Right, having covered something you might want to look at. Let's see now. There's a fragment of an inscription. I read it as sit by the fire and I read it to sit by the fire and read me. Yes, I think you're correct about read. Thanks, Wang. Thanks, Wang. I've made some nice discoveries out there. Glad to hear it. Have you seen anything like this stylus? Well, let me take a look at that. And the inscription reads, "Here's my story." Yep, you're right. Interesting. Seen something a bit like that, I think. And it also had script. Now, where is it? Here it is. You gonna show it to me? Wang?
This is the inscription found on a brass pen. It's found while digging in the catacombs here on Eox back in my mother's time.
That is a much longer phrase. It's the end of a longer line of text. Beep boop bop boop boop. That's a lot of words.
Just making sure this stays re-upped. 3.
3. Hey Artifice, thank you for the prime. I really appreciate it. Give me Jeff Bezos's money. Hope you're doing well. Me. My. Moo. May my words give you can add my translation to May to my dictionary now. It's going to be May. Give you, I don't know what that inverted symbol means yet, but person something light. Happiness, sadness, smile, defended. Well, defended doesn't make sense. Smile maybe, but I think that's extrapolating out of happiness. The state of a person being light would make sense to be happy. You'd give more of it if you could. Ah, thanks. Go murder him and steal his fortune. Easy peasy. Little errand to run. Nah, but it's all good. I appreciate it, Artemis. May my words give you happiness. Have any more like that? Why did a quest marker just show up in your peripheral vision? You got things to do now. And sorry, you can't abandon this quest. That marker is going to be there until you complete it. Okay. Truth of... That's all I can think of. Damn, guess you'll be busy. Anyway, back to watching Severance, completely unrelated. No. You can't have anything, Huang. Nothing for Huang. Take a look at this charred map. May I? After the inscription reads, "The temple of the goddess welcomes you."
Beautiful. Now, something like that. If I remember right, that's also inscribed. You see now.
And
I put it somewhere here.
with the jars? May I see it?
It's a picture of a yellowing river chart. It's found while exploring the university foundations here on Eox.
Womp. This one is a faction piece from an even longer phrase. Beep boop 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 bop. Together. Us. Wins. Show my translation for togethers right now. Alright, so this has got to be the verb form of togetherness, which would be like bring. Not mold. Maybe link. Does winds link us together make sense? That would make sense for a map. Have any more like that? Beep boop bop. Okay. No, you won't. Everything is mine. Okay, Wang won't do anything else with us. Oh, no, we can still show him a text. Discovered something you might enjoy.
Let me see now.
It's an inscription. I read it as, "This book came through gates."
Yes, I think you're correct about gates.
Neat. Glad you agree. Womp.
See you soon, Huang.
Oh, see you soon, Huang. Camera's having a little bit of trouble there. All right. So, that's where we're going to call it for now. I have no idea if we're... Whoa. Hello, camera. I just scooted back like 2 inches to put my controller down. All right. I don't know if we're close to the end or a long ways off. The moment, it seems like, we're not very far from finding Heaven's Vault. We either just need to sail that way, or we might have to cut off water to Eox. I don't know. We learned some new words. That's something. As always, you guys can follow me on the socials, and I'll post a raid message. We'll see if there's anyone for me to raid. This is later than we've been on lately, but I imagine there should still be some people around. Dragoon's doing Revenge of the Savage Planets. Pixie's doing Vampire. Astral's doing Dragon Pelago for even more chaos. Time Spinner. Their friend Dyla Kobold. Jova's doing something. Oh, Jova's doing that raccoon coin pusher roguelike. I want it. I want it so bad. More weird gambling roguelikes, give them to me. Let's go raid Jova. And I'll see you guys on Sunday for more of this, assuming everything goes well. Take care, everyone. Bye-bye. Bye-bye.